Hello, everyone. I thought I would do a video on basically just like how do you plan your day out or your week out when you're running a business. It might look a little bit different depending on what your business is, but I use this technique even just for my home life as well. So I'll just kind of go through try and make this brief as to what I do to organize myself when you're juggling work, life, running your business, kind of thing. So first step, I make a list. I make a list of all the things I need to get done. So let's maybe we'll use working in a kitchen, running it like a catering business or something. We'll make that our practical example. That's kind of what I do anyways. So yeah, I start out by kind of making a list. So you want to think about like, okay, so you're running you're running a catering business or dessert catering. That's what I do. So make a list. What orders? What do I have upcoming orders coming up? And what do I have on hand? What am I missing? Shopping list, that kind of thing. So I make a list of all the things, all the things upcoming, when they're due. And then I go through my inventory, see what I got on hand, see what I'm missing. And then I get myself my trusty calendar. You can pick one up on, I just get that from the dollar store. It has a magnet on it. I can put it on the fridge. That, or, you can have any kind of calendar or planner would work. But yeah, you get your planner. And I like to map out on my calendar when I'm going to do everything. So if I have, an order coming up, I'll go check to see, do I have all the ingredients I need to make this thing? If not, I need to go shopping. So I'll plan out when I'm going to go shopping. I'll write that down on my planner. I'll map out when I'm going to make each thing that I need. And so for me, I have to spread things out quite a bit because I only have very small chunks of time to actually work because I'm working around my son's schedule. So he's in preschool a couple days of the week just for, 4-hour chunks here and there, or during his naps. So I plan out when I'm going to make those things. When I'm going to go shopping, I can usually take him shopping with me. But yeah, so for you, whatever it is you're working on, you're doing, map out, think about your schedule, think about those windows of time that you have to work. And you also want to work in your own like personal care time, taking care of the house, that kind of stuff too. So I like to just map it all out on my calendar in a planner, just to get myself organized. And like, it's just a rough plan. You're going to have to maybe change it up because maybe you'll get in a new order. And that one will be, you might not have as much time before that one is due. So you might need to move things around based on things that pop up in your week. So you want to make your plan, but be flexible in your plan. And sometimes you might actually just have to say no to certain orders that come in. Or you say yes, but you have to give like a caveat, like like I can do this, but I can't get it to you until X date. And that's another thing that's, I'll say is very important when you're running your own business, especially from home. You need to have come up with your policies. So like your minimum order policies, or your a minimum amount of notice. I have a delivery system set up, so it's like I deliver in town on Thursdays. I need to know by, the Monday prior if they need anything. And that's the cutoff date. Otherwise, if they don't meet that base cutoff date, they have to wait till the next week. And I also, I put these policies on paper or, a document, and I send it to all my new customers or clients ahead of time, wholesale in particular, for these things. So I'll send out all my policies so that they know ahead of time that if they don't meet the certain dates or cutoff times, then they have to wait. Because otherwise you're just going to be running around like your head cut off trying to get all these things done, because people can be, especially small businesses, they can be very last minute. They get busy. They might not realize they're out of something. Trust me, I've learned all of these things from experience, where it just became too hectic trying to, because you want to fill your orders for people. You want to be accommodating. You want to try and put your best foot forward for your clients, but you do need to have some structure in place, or else you're just going to burn yourself out and it's just going to be too overwhelming. So that's what I've kind of learned over the last few years in particular, that you need to be organized so that you can help your clients be organized, so that you're not running out of things. And one thing I'll say is, if you have lucky enough to have like a standing order, like one of my customers, I just every 3 weeks I bring them the same order. Sometimes they'll add stuff, but usually it's kind of the same cookie order every 3 weeks, and I just know those are the best kind of clients, because then I can plan ahead, I can prep it, I can spread out, like I know what I need for them. Like it's a smooth operation, and those are kind of great when you know ahead of time, but it's not always going to work out like that. So you need to have policies in places so that you can handle last minute orders, or and I always tell my clients too that depending on what their order is, I might need more time, especially since I do have limited windows for me to bake. I tell my clients ahead of time that depending on what they want, I might need like some extra time. Like if it's a really big order, or what they want is something a bit more complex that I'm not prepared for. That's not like I have kind of two menus basically. Like I have my core menu of things that I can guarantee a bit more, and I always have the ingredients for that stuff on hand because it's part of my core wholesale menu. But I also have my specialty menu and my seasonal menu, and I switch up. I do platters and things around holidays. So I have a separate menu for those things, and I don't always have all of that stuff on hand because some of the ingredients just might not last, and it's not worth stocking up because those things are special. They don't get ordered as much, but I still want to offer them just for more variety and whatnot. So yeah, I guess that's all I was going to share with this. Just trying to give some simple practical tips on how to get yourself kind of organized and maybe started. And as you're trying to figure out, how to organize yourself when you are starting a little business. But yeah, I would definitely implement some, if you're just starting from home, you're doing a little baking, maybe you're, testing the waters out a little bit. Make a plan for your week as things come in. Give yourself some policies. Decide what you're willing to take on and in a certain amount of time. Like as an example, when I get a cake order, I give myself a minimum of 48 hours if I have a lot of time to dedicate to it. But usually the more time the better for notice, because and depending on what kind of cake, custom cake. So you need to decide for yourself, I guess is my point. I'm rambling a little bit here. Yeah, decide for yourself what your policies are going to be, and you know, how much time you're going to give yourself. Make sure you give yourself enough time to do things, so that it's not stressing you out or overwhelming you, or, you know, and sometimes you might need to say no, and don't just say yes to everything, as tempting as that is. I did that for many years. I just said yes, 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 and it really stressed me out, and you know, I got things done, but it just kind of wasn't enjoyable, and sometimes the quality gets sacrificed. So yeah, decide for yourself what those things are and stick to them. Hold your customers accountable to those things, because they'll probably try and get away with you know, last minute things, or being demanding a little bit. But yeah, there was one I'll end this soon, but there was one I was working at one bakery, and we always joked in the kitchen about some customers, it's like they think you know, it's like a magical vending machine where you can do a custom cake for them, and, like, you know, they can come back later that day and get this, like, beautiful custom cake done, you know, magic vending machine cake. But realistically, it's not possible. If you want, there, you know, if it's not something that's in the case out front, you know, in a bakery, you want something kind of custom that's not out there, it's going to take time, especially if you want a good one. So, not a lot of bakeries, some are designed to accommodate that, but most of them, if it's not on their regular menu, it's going to take some extra time, and it can't just happen in, like, you know, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to end it there, and I'll be doing another video soon about some kind of step-by-step plans to get oh, lost my train of thought now. Yeah, I have some more ideas, like more practical things in the work. I'm doing some research on different like financing options, and so I'm going to share some of that stuff as I learn. So different, you know, types of lenders and mortgages and things like that. If you are at the step where you want to maybe invest in a property, possibly, I don't know. Anyways, I'll see you next time. I got some other things in the work, and sure to subscribe so that you can find out as I'm going what some next steps. All right.